Hey everybody, this is Elena and today I'm gonna guide you through the 6 basic steps that I tend to follow every day when applying my foundation. I hope they are as helpful for you as they are helpful for me, and without further ado, let's just jump right into the video and see what it's all about, shall we? So as you can see, my face is barefaced but is shiny already, and this is because I already have gone through step number 1, which is whenever you get up out of bed, you wash your face, rinse it off, tap off the excess of water, and then go for daily moisturizer with an SPF. It is very important that you apply an SPF to prevent sunspots and whatnot. So, as for me, the current moisturizer that I'm using is the Kiehl's Ultralight Daily UV Defense with an SPF of 50. And I apply it all over the face and down my neck, and then I follow it with the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado, and I apply it all over my eye area. So, as for step number 2, I have to say always, before applying foundation, have a moisturized face. I mean, if you have already applied your moisturizer with a daily SPF in it and you're gonna go straight ahead to apply your foundation, by all means skip this step. But if you have applied the moisturizer and it's gonna take you, let's just say, a couple of hours to apply the foundation, reapply the moisturizer just to condition the face before applying the foundation. As for me, I just applied the daily moisturizer with an SPF, but I'm gonna apply the moisturizer, lightweight moisturizer, in my face just for the video purposes, and the one that I tend to gravitate to as of lately and I really like is this Olay Complete Lightweight Day Fluid for normal to oily skin with an SPF of 15. And when you apply it, just remember, don't rub it into your face. Tap it in gently. You dot it, and now you tap it in. And once we are done applying our moisturizer, we apply a lip balm all over our lips. Just whichever lip balm you have. And you wait, let's just say 5 to 10 minutes for it to sink in, the moisturizer and the lip cream. Step number 3. Unless you're gonna get photographed, go to a studio photograph shoot or whatnot, this step is a step that you have to skip by all means, and I would highly recommend just to use it if you're gonna go to a studio, get photographed or whatnot, and this would be try to avoid these bad boys. Skip the primer. Now, if primer hasn't existed all over makeup history, it is for a reason. There are many novelties all over the place that are useful and whatnot, and I'm not bashing the primer as per se. I mean, it has its purposes and whatnot, but for a daily basis, I find it that with a moisturizer, just like the one we just applied, the Olay one, the foundation goes more natural and it lasts longer, because primers tend to have this rubbery finish in them that makes foundation be slippery. So by all means skip the primer and move on to the fourth step. So step number 4 would be to color correct the imperfections, the under eye circles, redness around nose, on the spots that you have on the blemishes on your face and whatnot before applying the foundation. And if after applying the foundation you still can see through a little bit of imperfection, just right then and there apply the concealer, not before. So, as for corrector, today I'm gonna go with this Bobbi Brown corrector in Bisque, and I really like this product and I really like the Benefit Erase Paste as well. As for corrector, there's this Pixie one from the drugstore that you can also use. So there are many options out there, but by all means try to get this peachy tone kind of corrector for your skin. And now we're gonna rub it with a ring finger and apply it on the areas that need to be corrected. So after we've taken a brief break and gone to eat a little bit because I was about to faint because I got lightheaded and whatnot, we'll move on to tip number 5, and this would be, if you want to achieve a natural finish when applying the foundation, use a beauty sponge, use a foundation sponge. And for this purposes you can use a disposable one. This is every bit as good as any other kind of sponge. I have used it throughout most of my life and I really liked it. But today I'm gonna use the beauty blender because I have it and I really fancy it and whatnot. And it is really squishy and I already dampened it. And I'm gonna just move on to the applying of the foundation. Today for this video, I forgot to say, I am gonna use the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation in color 46 light, and I will just apply one pump and dot it into my face. I'm looking at the mirror. Okay. Spread it evenly. As you can see, one pump can go a long way. Don't overdo foundation. One layer is enough. And now that we're looking like we had the chickenpox, reverse chickenpox or whatever, we take our sponge or whichever sponge you might have at home and we move on to dab it in. And don't forget, this is really important, don't forget to apply the foundation all over your eye socket area. I don't know how many people skip this step and then they apply concealer. No, if you already applied your corrector and you apply your foundation on top, chances are that you're not gonna need the concealer any longer. If you do, then you move on and you apply the concealer, but this is good enough. And you wouldn't want to have two unmatching colors in your face, so always use the foundation all over the face, and all over the face means in the eye sockets as well. So also remember to bring the foundation down your jawline and a little bit down the neck, but not necessarily all throughout the neck, just a little bit down the neck so you can see it matches your skin tone and whatnot. I mean, this would be a completely different video when we would talk about color matching your skin and whatnot, but now today we're talking about the tips regardless of the color you're using. I mean, it just makes sense that you use a color that is matching to your skin tone. Now, because today I haven't slept much and I have very dark under eye circles and eye bags, I'm gonna move on to applying a little bit of L'Oreal Lumi Magique brightener concealer, and I will tilt my head. Always remember to do that. Tilt your head to the mirror where you can see the eye bags and apply the concealer. Don't do this triangle thingy that it's now trending topic or cover all this because you're gonna highlight all of this. You just wanna apply the highlighter where you have under the eye bag. You see, in this area right here, I'm gonna apply it here. There. Because this is what we want to conceal and bring forward, not all the eye bag, if you know what I mean. Once you have applied, this would just make sense. It's an extra step that I forgot to mention, so this would be 7 steps, but if you don't want to count it, don't count it, but please make it by all means. Is if you apply concealer after your foundation, set it in with a fine powder. So I'm just gonna use this Makeup Forever HC, and I'm gonna set this in, tap it ever so slightly, because we want to mattify the area. And you're gonna say, hey Elena, look, your eye bags are still showing and whatnot. Yes, I did my best today. They were really bad, so I did my best to blend them in without applying a super cakey foundation, which I could do to hide them, but this is not the purpose. It's to look natural but a bit concealed and more put together. So, and final tip that I would give to you and that I do on a daily basis is to never forget to apply some setting powder all over your foundation. Even though it is a matte foundation, a high coverage foundation, it doesn't matter. Even if you are not a very powder person or whatnot, never forget to apply powder, because this is gonna make the foundation set in longer. So for this purpose today, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Corps Parfait in number D5 Golden Sand, which is this one, and I'm gonna use a regular powder brush. And don't use the powder in this way, swirling all over. Just tap it on the sides, like so, rub, dust the excess, and then even if you don't want to do this step, and even if you don't feel like using powder, by all means, please apply it on the T-zone. So this would be on the forehead and down the nose and on the chin. So we could move on and apply it all over our face. But if we have dry skin or whatnot, by all means just do this step. Apply it on the T-zone, like so. And these are the 6-7 daily steps that I tend to gravitate to when applying foundation on my face, and that I find that they make my face look more flawless, with less imperfections and whatnot, and it makes it last for longer. So I hope it helped you as well, and I encourage you to give it a try. Please, if you like it, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click on the button down below to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye!